prophesy the downfall of America in society. We're going to start off giving all praise and glory and honor to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem.
all the apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And a few sisters that are listening and learning, being obedient to the hood. We back out here again, prophesying the downfall of this place, man. And you know, hey man, it's been a lot of more wickedness and hanting in the world. Every time you turn on the internet, man, it's just a lot of wickedness. But that's, you know, folly, they keep folly said it great dignity. You see a lot of folly fights. People are killing each other on camera. Broad daylight, they don't care anymore. It's a lot of atrocities happening, man. A lot of tragedy.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places.
Exactly, man, because that folly is in great dignity, man. It's a lot of folly and wickedness out here, man, and a lot of judgment. And how about Shemal Shah about to judge this place, man? Yep. Yeah, no, man. Hey, man, it's a lot of judgment, man. You know, and it's not gonna get not easy out there, man.
We got Second Edges chapter 15 and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord thy power, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And as you see, that's what the brother was starting out with, man. A lot of wickedness, a lot of filth, a lot of wickedness has polluted the whole earth, man. And that's what you see, man. You see it continuously picking up, man. Women, niggas doing all this adultery shit, you know. Motherfuckers sitting up there with the back door, robbery, stealing from your brother, you know. Motherfuckers sitting up here being disobedience to their parents. All this shit, man, is picking up, and the Lord is about to sit up here and send that destruction. This is now I go right back to it again. This is Second Ezra 15 and 6. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore said the Lord thy power, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And that's, hey, those spirits, those people in the spirit world, man, you know, they complain continually about all the shit that's going on down here, man. And they ready to be revenge, man, for all the shit that didn't happen, you know. But here it is, the Lord is about to sit up here and tear up this place, man. You know, destroy this place, man, because of all the wickedness, all the filthiness, you know. Women being out of order, like I said earlier. Men being out of order, backdooring each other, robbing each other, stealing from each other, being disobedient to their parents. Even some of these motherfuckers fighting and hurting their parents, stealing from their parents. Women out here knowing that they got kids by other men, but here it is, they sit up here knowing that, hey, they ain't telling this man, and out here just sitting up here being happy about it. You know, a lot of niggas dying over these women because they sitting up here thinking that, hey, this my broad and all this other stuff, and now all of a sudden, guess what? You get destroyed because of bitch, because of words, man. All this shit, man, is about to go. All of it. Y'all got anything?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. This is Psalms 145 and verse 20. And it reads, the Lord Yahweh preserve all them that love him, but all the wicked will he destroy, man. And the Lord's preserving his hopeful elect. You know, and the wicked, they're going to be destroyed on this side, man. You know, 2/3 of our people going to get caught up in that fire. You know, and the thing, you know, that goes back to what the brother is talking about, man. That's why the Lord needs to come back, because these wicked people, man, if they keep doing their wickedness, it ain't gonna be nothing left.
This is Zechariah chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I'll bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power.
And it said 2/3, man. You know, 2/3, and 1/3 is going to be left. That 1/3 is going to be elect, but 2/3 is a lot of people, man. 2/3 is a lot of people that's going to get destroyed, man, for their wickedness, for not returning to the Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. That goes, and that's 2/3 of the people here in America, A.K.A. Babylon the Great. 1/3 is going to be saved over here. That's going to be the elected. 2/3 is going to be destroyed over here. But then you got the rebels around the world that's going to also get that destruction, you know, for the wickedness that they ain't done. But when it says that 2/3, it's talking about here in America, A.K.A. Babylon the Great, because this place got the most wickedness, and this place got the most of our people serving slavery and in bondage over here.
This is Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots, like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, to rebuke with flames of fire.
And that's what's going to come, man. The Lord going to come in them chariots, you know, what people call UFOs or whatever they call them now. But we know what they are. You know, when you look up in the scriptures and you see that word chariot or you see that word cloud, those are the vehicles of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. You know, those are going to be those what you call UFOs or unidentified flying objects or whatever they call them now. You got it?
It's verse 16. For by fire and his sword will the Lord plague with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And there you go, fired by the sword. And what's the modern day sword? It's the gun, but what's those real swords? The nuclear missiles. You know, that's going to be what's going to be destroying. That's what's going to divide this motherfucking place up. Over here in America, A.K.A. Babylon the Great, which is going to be totally wiped out. And then you got over there where those fake motherfuckers are. That's going to be wiped out, but that's going to be refreshed and renewed. But it got to be cleansed of the blood that's shedded over there. Them motherfuckers got to go.
Y'all read Zechariah 14?
No, we ain't got to the end.
Get that and read that. Start at 12 to back up the Isaiah 66. It should be 14 and 12.
It should be Zechariah 14 and 12.
Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Right. So this is how the Lord is going to smite these people who fought against Jerusalem and who has fought against Jerusalem, which is speaking of the Israelites. All right. It's not only these other nations, but it's our own people who don't want to get right. You know, Israel who killed the prophets. You know how Yahushua said, you know, so you Israelites that don't want to get right, you come against the truth. You're included in this. Go ahead.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouths.
Right, and what kind of plague does that? All right, how is somebody gonna be consumed away while they're standing on their feet? All right, we call this the Sarah Connor scripture.
You know, yeah, you look at that Terminator 2. Yeah, you'll see what happens, man, when you see her holding on to that gate. And you see the little kids playing, you see all the people having fun, and then that nuclear missile explodes and it wipes out everything. And the thing about that, she was still screaming while she was bones.
Hey, and it was called Judgment Day too.
And yeah, there you go, Judgment Day. And I didn't even think about that. It was called Terminator 2 Judgment Day. You know? I didn't even think about that, man. That's fine. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. I was at verse 13.
Call that out again? I didn't even hear that.
All right, 2nd Esdras 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
And that's talking about those nuclear missiles. You know, they're gonna be fired from one end to the next, man. And they ain't gonna come back, and they ain't gonna, and no, they're gonna be coming right back. They're gonna come over here. Ain't nothing gonna deflect them. Ain't nothing gonna send them back. Ain't nothing gonna stop them. Go ahead.
15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
And those arrows are a plague. A plague of destruction that's coming for this place. Those arrows are going to be the nuclear missiles, those nuclear warheads. You know?
Somebody get Malachi the 4th chapter, and then somebody, I think it's 2nd Esdras 16, I believe, or it talks about what was being.
Yeah, I
days. So wait a minute, how is a prophet, Ezra, gonna say, deliver me in those days? Because the scriptures go into reincarnation. That's gonna let us know that he's here today. All right, Ezra is here today, and he's seeing like, damn, like, shit. Who's gonna deliver me from that? You know what I'm saying? Like he was fearful.
Yeah, he looking at that destruction like, damn. You know, you gotta understand. He looking at this in a vision, and he looking at the destruction going. He like, man, Lord, is anybody gonna live?
Right. I think it was either I think it's like Habakkuk, I believe, where he's all like, were you mad at the fishes? Were you mad at the rivers?
Yeah.
You know, like what the fish do? You know, that he gonna destroy this. He's gonna have such a great destruction where the river's gonna be dried up, the fish gonna be destroyed. You know, and then when you read later on in there, he's all like, oh, how I would wish that I was at rest in those days. He like, let me be in the spirit realm when all this judgment going down. I ain't trying to be here.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be such a great judgment.
And you got to understand, you think about the judgments of Nineveh. You think about the judgments of Sodom and Gomorrah. You think about the judgment with the Pharaoh, you know, with the army.
The flood.
The flood. You think about all that judgment. You think about what's about to come down on the world, man. It's going to be greater than all those. Just think of all that combined, like 10 times, 20 times more. You know, look at the wickedness that you have in this world, man. You got it, though.
Malachi.
No, I think you can still read some more here.
Yeah, read that.
Second Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when the evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment.
And yeah, these are sent as punishments, man. You know, because our people just sit up here, sick in the head, and don't want to sit up here and do it, and sit up here and come back to the Lord. And no matter what the Lord do, our people sit up here and still do the same shit, still don't want to get right. You know? So guess what's going to be the end game? Just like when you talk about Avengers, the end game. What's going to be the end game? The nuclear missiles. Hey, look, you know, what is it, Isaiah? You know, he said the whole head is sick.
Yeah.
You know? Matter of fact, grab that real quick. Grab Isaiah.
And what did Yahweh Shai say? They was like, man, he sit with sinners. He over there sitting out with sinners. Yahweh Shai said, you know, they're sick, you know, they need a physician. You know, so ultimately our people are sick, and through the spirit, we're the physicians giving you the medicine you need to heal, giving you this word. All right, and it's just like a motherfucker who's sick. You don't go and to take care of whatever illness you got. Your ass gonna die. You know? So, hey, we got the cure. We got the well, I was gonna say the V word, but technically we got the vaccine of this truth, basically.
Yeah, the cure is just word.
They can't block that.
You can't do nothing with it. The cure is just word. No, you can just start it. Start at one.
All right, Khan. This Isaiah 1:1. The vision of Isaiah, the son of Amos, which he saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, Hezekiah, kings of Judah. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children that have rebelled against me. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel do not know.
And this compared us to animals, man. Even animals, simple animals know they master. Even simple animals know they crib. Even your dog know to return home. Even the ox knows his owner. But our people, guess what? They don't know Yahweh by Shimei was shot. Keep going.
A cat can be gone for months. It'll still come back to your crib. But then, but Israel do not know. My people do not consider.
They don't even consider. Here it is. It's like we're telling them, look, you got inheritance. You got this inheritance of X amount of riches. They're like, nah, I'm good off that. Go do some shit. I don't care about it. Like, you got such a great blessing. They don't even consider that they're the chosen God chose out of all the nations. That's like hitting the lottery. And you don't cash that ticket out.
And there you go. And that's one of the things that our people don't have. Faith. That's the problem. Faith. You have no hope in anything except what you see and what this damn so-called white man gives you. The red man, Esau Edom.
They got faith in Esau.
You got faith in Esau. You know, but here it is. We sit up and preaching about hope, about what's to come. You know, and what these people, all they want to sit up here, if you can't see it, that faith, man. No faith. Faithless ass people. Go ahead before you go back to it.
This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious Judah, said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that I cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
You know, covering the covering, not of his spirit. Yo, you trust in Esau. You trust in the world instead of trusting in the Lord. Go ahead.
That they may have sin to sin, that want to go down into Egypt, and have not asked in my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Just like our people back then that trusted in the strength of Pharaoh. They want to go back. Just like, but it's, what is America, A.K.A. Babylon the Great? Spiritual Egypt and Sodom. You know, our people trust in the same system. Trusting these goddamn presidents, trusting the government, trusting the doctrine, trusting the bullshit, but don't want to return back to your how about Shem Yahushai.
Yeah, I got one verse.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Right, so they trust in America, they trust in this place. Like the brother was saying, they shit in the wilderness, they're like, man, let's go back to Egypt. They had the watermelon and the onions, and they had you know, they wanted to go back and shit. And y'all motherfuckers are back here today wanting to stay here in spiritual Egypt. And it's all good, man. We got a job, you know, I got a crib, a car, they comfortable here. They ain't trying to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They're too busy serving their father, the devil, which is Esau Edom.
And that 40 years, man, in the wilderness, the Lord maintained it with manna. You know, I remember what the brother St. Benjamin was saying, man, like, here it is, your shoes. 40 years you walking around in a pair of brand new J's, man, and they ain't got dirty, funky, fucked up, or nothing. You know, you talking about a well-preserved pair of Jordans.
That's like having an old school car and it's still brand new today.
Still brand new after 40 years. The Lord preserved us. And that's the other thing. People back then could see the Lord. You seen the works. You know? And you people still fucked up. Here it is now, we go off faith, man. We go off faith. Even our people back then seen the works Yahweh did. And the prophets. But guess what they did? They still sit up here and fucked over. They still sit up here and want Yahweh put up on the cross. They still put to death the prophets. After you seen the things the Lord did. You got it. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 5. I got two.
You got it.
It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of the fools. And that's what these people are doing out here, man. They don't want to hear, you know, that you can't go out and have sex with another man's woman. You know, they don't want to hear you can't eat that shrimp, crab, and lobster, man. You know, they want to damn some smooth things, which I got right here.
Let me tap on that too. He said it's better to hear the rebuke of the wise. You know, when you got the brothers out here on the highways and byways, man, sitting up here letting you know how to get back into grace, how to sit up here and come back to the Lord, man. You getting this truth, this word. You know?
Yeah, the scriptures say, let the righteous man smite me. You know, like, the rebuke of the wise, that's for your betterment. You know, like, it's just the same thing your mom tell you. Don't touch that stove. Your dad, don't play with that electrical socket. It's the same thing when it comes to this word. We're telling you what's good for you. But motherfuckers like, don't talk. I'm a grown-ass man. Don't tell me what to do. You know, these people are, they think they got it. They think they got it just because they got a little card, a paycheck, you know.
It's Isaiah 30 and 10, which the seers see not, and the prophets prophesy not unto us like things. Speak. This is Isaiah 30 and 8. Now where write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. And this is his people, blind children,
children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say the seers see not, and the prophets prophesy not unto us right things, speaking to us smooth things, prophesy deceit.
And they go ahead, you got it.
And you know that's what these people want to hear, you man. They want to hear come as you are. They want to hear that church doctrine, man. They don't want to hear you can't, eat that pork. They don't want to hear you can't have sex with another man's woman,
Yeah, they don't want to hear those things, man. They want to hear smooth things, and that's what our people like to hear, especially our women, man. You can't sit up here and tell them, man, they want to eat their crab boils and all that other shit. You can't sit up here and tell them that you're supposed to be with one man. You can't sit up here and tell them none of these things. They want to hear what they want to hear. I want me a pork sandwich. That's what they want to hear. But here it is, we sit up and tell them, and this is the beauty of it. The Lord created everything, all sorts of things for you to eat, all sorts of things for you to enjoy. But our people always want to go the wicked route.
See, the thing is, they'll read a scripture like, he made all things good. See? That means we can eat it. It's good. No, it's good for what purpose it was created for. The pig's purpose, it was created to clean up, around the farm and shit. Shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster and shit. Yeah, they're good to do their job as cleaners of the ocean. And then in the dietary law, it says not to eat those, so they were never meant for food in the first place.
Clams and oysters, they filter the water. And just like the brother was saying, the shrimp, crabs in them, they sit up and clean the waste up in the ocean.
The scripture say it was good though.
Yeah.
So that means we can eat it. No, I don't mean that.
Hey, grab that Colossians 65 by the word.
That's why you gotta have an understanding of the scriptures, because you could read something and not have the understanding of it. That's why the eunuch told Philip when he asked him, "You understand what you read?" He's like, "How can I, except some man shall guide me?" All right, so you have to be humble in this truth to receive the understanding. All right, y'all got that Colossians? Somebody with a fancy phone?
My bad, it's 1 Timothy 4.
You were right.
Yeah.
You were right. It was 1 Timothy.
1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 5.
Be confident.
Hey, look, it's a part of the gospel. He said it's written in Jeremiah. But it's really written in Zechariah. Alright, so that happens, bro. I can say the wrong book. You know what I'm looking at? Good spirit, huh?
This is
Flesh, brother. I can be off the track. But you know what I'm doing? You got it.
1 Timothy 4 and 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
And that's all over the place. Hey, you see that happening right now in the hood, social media, in the, Chicago politics. All these niggas becoming Muslim right now. That's all they talk about. Bro, this shit is retarded, man.
Who just said that motherfucking,
J-Man, we talking about Lil Reese.
no, not J-Man, that other nigga, Two Tongues, what's his name, 2 Times, whatever. He just said it on the 20 versus 1. He said, I'm just believing the high power, and I'm leaning towards more Muslim.
Yeah, but everybody want to make money. These niggas get to do whatever wickedness they want to do. Alright, look at what's that Mississippi nigga? Kevin Gates, he's still a damn wicked ass freaky geeky man. Alright, did all these murderers talking about they Muslim, Lil Durk still murder rapping all this shit. Look, nigga, you not really believing none of the scriptures. Lil Reese talking about he Muslim, like he in jail talking about he Muslim now. And Grim Reaper, that's what they call this nigga. And rightfully so. Alright, that nigga damn demon. He a devil, man. Alright, but seducing spirits, you can still do wickedness. Hey, grab that itchy ears. Read it.
Book of 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Charge me therefore before the Most High and Lord Yahushua Mashiach. This is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. I said at his appearance and his kingdom. Here's the word, be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and judgment. They preach this word, man. In season, out of season, that's what we do, man. All right, winter, summer, fall, man, you know, we do it all season, man. Rain, sleet, snow, we out here, man. But this is the point right here. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Right, so they follow after doctrines according to their lust. Well, this religion allows me to do this allows me to do that. You know, I have no real accountability with this shit, so this is what I'm gonna choose. And Islam is the way right now.
They may not get Islam, but they can still eat shrimp and shit.
Shellfish, all that shit, yeah, catfish. But it's bullshit because technically, Quran say, obey the prophets of the Bible. Or the prophet of the Bible Moses said you can't eat these things. Alright? But here's the thing. It says the children of Israel. So they, well, I'm the Islam, I'm Muslim, ain't that? It's wickedness, man.
Yep. That's how they make their excuse for them to continue doing that wickedness. You know, and follow after eating them abominables, you know, instead of getting right with your how about Shem Yahshua. You know, or even with they don't even follow their own God. That's what scriptures talk about.
Yeah, they still murderers. They still rap about this shit. Alright? They still, a lot of them still drink. A lot of them still smoke. Which drinking is nothing wrong with what them is. According to their shit.
Out of the mind of the man's heart. I'm speaking, paraphrasing.
That's right.
That's on their mind is death. Talking about that revenge shit. Get murdered. What's the consequence of murder? You get put to death. The consequence of adultery, your ass and she get put to death depending on the situation. If she cried out or not. Alright?
Kind. You have more than that? You watch it? If not, you go back to that, my show.
Verse 4. Luke is 2, 4, verse 4. And they shall turn unto faith.
Believing in shit that ain't true. Like the hell doctrine. Oh, you know, they believe that that's a fable.
Magic carpet God.
Muhammad hopped on the donkey and flew to heaven type shit. But our shit is fake and fiction. But Muhammad has hopped on the donkey and went into. Here it is, some issues of Islam doing scoffing. A donkey talking to Pharaoh, the angel. Oh, so a donkey talk. Oh, motherfucker, a donkey flew with Muhammad on his back.
That's called fables. And guess what? The Lord, we enslaved. We got put on slave ships. Esau was ruling. Alright? Media Persia got the power after Babylon. Appreciate that. So the Lord is and start at the top. And get Isaiah 48. I think I was using Isaiah 44. Start with Isaiah 48.
This is Isaiah 48. Start at the top. Okay. This is Isaiah 48:1. Hear ye this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah, which swear by the name of the Lord thy power, and make mention of the God of Israel, but not in truth nor in righteousness.
Right, so every nigga claim to believe in God, alright, as if they ain't going off. God knows my heart. Meanwhile, you a fucking damn wicked MF, man.
That 420 Sunday shit on church. They leave church and go spark up and say they love
I
God.
saw they had like a gathering. These niggas had like masks, but they had holes connected, so motherfuckers connected together. By 420, some weird looking shit, man.
Last to do evil.
It's a holiday for him. A nigga, I was doing some shit, talking with this nigga at 12 midnight. Soon as I hear, he said he finna light up. He said 420.
This is Isaiah 48:2. For they call themselves of the holy city and stayed themselves upon the God of Israel. The Lord of hosts is his name. I have declared the former things from the beginning, and they went forth out of my mouth. and I will show them, I did them suddenly, and they came to pass.
Right, he said he declared it beforehand, man. Go ahead. Keep going.
And because I knew that thou art obstinate, and thy neck is an iron sinew, and thy brow brass, I have even from the beginning declared it to thee. Before it came to pass, I showed it thee, lest thou shouldest say, mine idol have done them, and my graven image and my molten image had commanded them.
And so the Lord gave us prophecy in a way to prove himself, to show that he is the true living power. All right, so the slave, everything, man, it's so specific. All right, it's like, how can you not believe this? When you go into even, what's that, Daniel 9? Is it Daniel 9? I think it's Daniel 9. It could be 11. But it goes into even the marriages that the kings will have, these real marriages, that will happen. It goes to all list of things with the Seleucid and Ptolemaic Empire. Right? It mentions all these different things. It gets very specific. Ain't no way this is a man-made book. They talking about Bernice and his daughter marrying this king. It goes into detail.
I got a precept for that.
That's crazy.
This is Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it will prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So like the elder brother was saying, how can you not believe these things? It's very specific. You know, and how is his word going forth through his prophets? All right, like it says in Luke the 1st chapter. That's how you're getting this word. All right, God ain't going to come down and be like, oh, the so-called white man Esau. You know, he's using the prophets to tell you these things, to give you that warning. What's that, Ezekiel? He says, give them warning of me. So that's what we're doing. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 48 and 6. Thou hast heard, see all this, and will not ye declare it? I have showed thee new things from this time, even hidden things.
Right.
And
that's why you read the scripture, it talks about, I created the smith that blew off the coal. All right, they talk about the stars falling. These are visions. All right, the fig falling and leaning over. These are visions. But fast forward to now, we understand it. Right. That was something new. It's new now. I mean, that was unheard of back then. They can only describe it how they see a flying fiery sword,
An arrow.
right? A flying arrow from one end of the earth even to the other. But now we understand those are nukes. But the Lord been prophesied about it before the technology existed on earth.
Word existed.
These men, right, before the word even existed, these men had visions of these things, man. They didn't know what a microchip was, digital currency. They described it to the best of their ability, man. And the spirit so raw, it's coded in the numbers. 666, man. That last 6 means what? And action is physical, man. It goes in. Stigma.
and thou didst not know them. They are created now, and not from the beginning, even before the day when thou heardest them not, lest thou shouldest say, behold, I knew them.
That's Jake shit. I knew that. Yeah, I don't even tell you that.
Jake on.
Fuck out of here. Yeah, man. You said our book say that? No. Hey, get Isaiah 41 on Jack, y'all should roll.
They favorite quote, man. When they get cut up and sliced up, it's like, oh, man, I just ain't read it in a minute, but I saw that before.
I know that. When you ask him, what did you say? You tell me.
Yeah,
Then you tell me, yeah, I do that. See, I do the same thing.
I was testing you, see if you knew the answer.
I was fooling y'all.
I know it was jokes.
Go ahead.
Yea, thou heardest not. Yea, thou knewest not. Yea, from that time that thine ear was not open, for I knew that thou wouldest deal very treacherously, and was called a transgressor from the womb. For my name's sake will I defer my anger, and for my praise will I refrain from thee, that I cut thee not off.
Right, so it's the Lord Lord's will. He just want to save his remnant, the elect. Hit the Isaiah 41, 21.
It's Isaiah 41 and 21. Produce your cause, saith the Lord. Bring forth your strong reasons, saith the King of Jacob. Let them bring forth and shew us what shall happen. Let them shew the former thing, what they be, that they may consider them.
Right, show what, and let these different religions, these idols, these different doctrines, let them prophesy. Show us some history.
Yeah.
Bible got history in it, prophecy in it, prophecy that became history. And none of these other books got that. Let them show us something, man.
Right, like what was it, Elijah with the prophets of Balaam or Balaam? He like, let's see who God light this on fire. They are crying out. He on vacation.
Maybe he's taking a long slumber.
He took a nap. Crying out, man, his ass, is he deaf? And it's so cold, he went above and beyond. He wet the wood.
Yeah.
He got it all wet. Like, man, how the fuck? Like, why you doing it? He made it more so it's
More of a miracle.
right. So you guys can see the true power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And then what happened after? What happened to those false prophets? They all got put to death.
Read that verse over.
It's Isaiah 41 and 22. Let them bring them forth and shew us what shall happen. Let them shew the former things, what they be, that we may consider them, and know the latter end of them, or declare us things for to come. Shew the things.
That's how people got so detached to the reality of the Bible. They make it all about this mysticism, and no, a true religious doctrine, all right, should contain things that happens on earth, because the Lord is a very present power, all right, and it says you don't have to climb up, you don't have to dig deep. He's a very present power. He's done a lot of acts and do a lot of acts, all the acts in the earth. These other religions don't mention that. Their God is inactive in the earth. We serve a true living power, a very active and present power. That's why Peter said we have a living faith. These doctrines, they all about, after you die, this and that. No, we talking about while you're alive. All right? Because our power is going to rule on the earth. All right? He's going to set up order in his kingdom on the earth. Not some fantasy shit. That's why all they doctrines is outside of earth. They don't talk about when you do X, Y, Z, you get this judgment. All right? They don't talk about anything that pertains to the earth. You got to make sure you have the land Sabbath so the earth can work. All right? Don't do this so the earth can work.
Real science.
Don't give and the spiritual part to it. Don't give your daughter over the orders or the earth will hurt. It said the land turned to evil. So he's showing you the spiritual and the physical, man. Real things. Go ahead.
This
Isaiah
Isaiah.
real quick, and you see that having the effect now, the whoredoms and the earth being affected by it. We're seeing it. It's not like it's gonna take forever for it to come to pass. We're literally seeing it. All right, shit don't grow no more. I was in the one of the grocery store. I was in the fruit section. I took a deep ass breath. I couldn't smell shit. You don't even smell the damn fruit. Fruit lost its damn smell. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 41 and 23. Shew the things that are come hereafter, that we may know ye are gods, yea, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed and behold it together. This verse 24. Behold, yeah.
Read that verse over my bad. Get this coffee right.
This Isaiah 41 and 22 and 23. Shew the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know ye are gods, yeah, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed and behold it together.
Do good or do evil. Where's the judgment on the earth that with these different religions, these different doctrines, even Christianity? Where's the judgment on earth? Not just last end time judgment on the rapture. No, for one, it's not the scriptures. For two, the Lord judged the earth. It says he judged the earth daily. Somebody grab that. The Lord judged the earth daily. He's the real power, man.
verse 24. Isaiah 41 and 24. Behold, ye are of nothing, and your works are not in abomination is he that chose of you.
Right. Yeah, he said whoever chooses an abomination, man. All right, your ass is wicked and evil. You deserve the death to come. If you've chosen Islam, you a fool. All right, you ain't do no research. You ain't do no research and realize they worship a fucking moon rock. All right? Them damn Arabs was chopping your dicks off, making you watch over they women. And you want to follow their ass, man. They don't even like you. You're not even accepted by real Muslims, man. That's why you follow. That's why you follow a whole other thing. You know why? That Farrakhan ain't the same as regular Islam. That nigga quote the Bible more than the Quran. And they change doctrines every week. One minute you deceive of Israel, next minute he called him Esau. The damn devil. So you got the curse to plague. Who got that?
I got you. This is Zephaniah 3 and 5. The just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning does he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame.
There you go. So the Lord is bringing judgment every day. That's because you continue your wickedness, it's because you don't have no shame. Niggas get put to death every day. Adultery, bitches get put to death every day. But because wickedness promoted here, they don't know that this is judgment of the Lord, they continue their wickedness. But soon the Lord is going to judge the earth, man. But he already bringing his judgments, man. That's why you have mass murder, so you have building fires, so you have crazy car crashes. That's why Gilbert Arenas' son just got hit. All right? Even why that nigga Deion Sanders' son ain't get fucking drafted yet. Because he fucking proud. And the scripture tell you what? Pride is hatred for the Most High and man. And that's some simple shit, right? But the Lord controls everything. Right? Even the basics, man. We're dealing with the true living power, man. And he says the heart of the kings in the hands of the Lord, man.
Water, he turned it.
That's why Boosie getting fucked up again after he spoke the Lord, man. He thought he was straight. Now he crying down the street, man. Okay.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 10. But for Yahweh is the true power. He is the living power. And an everlasting king. And his wrath, the earth shall tremble. And the nation shall not be able to abide his indignation. Hey, man, Yahweh is bringing all the indignation, man. All right, people getting fucked up, man. Car accidents, get shot. All right, all type of stuff, man. Yahweh is bringing all the evil, man. All right, all you people that believe that, oh yeah, the Lord brings only good. No, he brings both, man. He's balanced. Verse 11, thus shall he say unto them, the powers that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. So it's time to come, man. All right, you gonna know some true power out here, man. All right, when all hell breaks loose, man. Let the trouble come, man. You know? Verse 12, he have made the earth by his power. He hath established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heavens by his discretion. And Yahweh shall shine to make the heavens, man. As it tells you in the book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 5, right? Verse 13, when he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of water in the heavens, and he caused the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth, to make the blackness of the ground, and he caused the wind out of his treasure, man. Yahweh shall chose what you call Mother Nature, man, which is bullshit, man. He called nature made by a mother, a woman. You out of your damn mind. That's why Esau needs to be put the fuck down, man. All right? But this is the point right here. Verse 14, everything is knowledge. Every founding is founded by the graven image. For his multi-image is falsehood. And there is no breath in them. So, man, your idols that you believe in are dead, man. All right? So if you believe in them, you're dead too. That's
Right, what happened with, I think it was those Hamites, I forget what, they were they had the Dagon statue.
Yep.
They stole the Ark of the Covenant, and then they had it in their temple. Dagon tipped over. They stood it up. Then there was plagues going around. Dagon, the next day or later on, Dagon's feet broke off and his hands broke off. They like, damn, mice, they pretty plagued by mice and hemorrhoids and shit. They had that hemorrhoids in the ass and shit. They're like, man, let's cast a lot. Let's see if it's this. Like, oh damn, it is that. Let's give it back.
And they so bugged out. They made gold mice and hemorrhoids. They made gold lumps too. They made gold.
That's it.
They had them wild, man.
They used that as a peace offering. Like, oh yeah, man, you know, if we give this to them, all right, and the flag will stop jacking us up.
They just made the Ark of the Covenant just by having it in their possession. Only the Levites can handle that.
Only Levites can touch it. Because it ended up being, I forget whose house it was. He started getting, everybody was scared to get it. So they put it in a certain man's house and he was getting blessed. He an Israelite. Just couldn't touch it.
That's how you know they ain't fed. They don't got it.
Well, I mean, the Maccabees say they got hit.
Right. You'll watch shit on the YouTube and they say, oh, they
They
found
found Ethiopia. They say that shit.
They ain't
Man,
found
Esau would have been took that shit from the Ethiopians.
Right, that shit would have been a known thing, a big thing, you know.
Right, against scripture.
Right.
They would have charged people to come see it.
Yeah,
Come see the Ark of the Covenant.
That's the whole reason why that damn Indiana Jones it's lost. It's literally lost. When they took it, Jeremiah and his men, what's Jeremiah?
Yeah,
Yeah, when they took it, they set trackers so they could find it. But when they came back, all the trackers was gone. They put like mouth points and shit. Okay, every song they put a stone or something so you can find it. When they came back, it was gone, so they couldn't find their way to where they put it.
man.
And it's gonna be found. It ain't even gonna be needed when the kingdom is set up, to be honest.
You don't have the Lord.
You don't have the Lord.
Hey,
But I believe through the Spirit it's gonna be found, man.
and it's a relic. It's an ancient.
relic.
It's a relic. So you know, because in the kingdom, a lot of our landmarks are gonna get set back up. All right, us coming out of Egypt, a lot of those monuments, scriptures say don't remove the landmarks. This brother get that real quick. Don't remove the landmarks. All right, a lot of the monuments and landmarks that was told to when you read it, it say this is a memorial from generation to generation. So those monuments is always supposed to be there. In the kingdom, me personally, I believe that reset up all our monuments, like to commemorate coming out of Egypt. The stones is on the 12 stones on each side of the Red Sea. All right. Then the story behind that is that Ishmael and Esau got together. Ron Wyatt said they took the stones down and just threw them in the Red Sea, just threw them around and just randomly dropped them in certain places. And they put a plaque right there. So they removed the monuments because they're trying to Psalms the 83rd chapter. So the name of Israel, which is really that alone, us even calling ourselves Israelites, is the name of Yasharallah being a no more remembrance.
No, not us calling ourselves Israelites.
Right.
The fact the world knows the land and the people that's called Yasharallah as Israel.
Right.
Because we say we're Israel, everybody understands.
Right, so everybody
We understand we're Yasharallah.
Right.
It's a big difference.
Right.
I get the point you was making, but no.
Yeah. So, but them taking down our monuments and taking down and hiding, like you would say, what they call the Black Madonna. All right, that's them really hiding who we are as a nation. You got don't remove the landmarks.
Yeah, this is Job 24. I'm starting at 1. YC, times are not hidden from the Almighty. Do they that know him not see his days? Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away the flocks and feed thereof.
Right, so they take away our landmarks, all right, and they destroy the flock. The landmarks is really set up for us to really remember. All right, they're indicators that we Israel and the things we was going through. What you was called the proof. All right, but Esau took away the proof, just like they say, oh well, they digging up everything. Why they ain't digging up none of these people in the scriptures? Well, they had dug them up. The scripture said that they took the bones. All right, they took all the bones. And to prove that, you can go. You see what they doing in Egypt. Hey, when they first found the pyramids was covered in crystal and gold. All right, and they took all of the crystal and the gold off of the pyramids. All right, and now they telling you, which I've been saying for years, that the pyramids were some form of energy, right? Some form of generator, a power plant. They found pillars under the pyramids, allegedly. But I seen the video, the shit looked allegedly. So the pillars is granite stone, and they got these big copper motherfucking rods wrapped around the motherfucking engraved into the stone, man. All right. So you know they had a lot of shit. That's really, you know, they got niggas thinking you Egyptian and all of this weird shit.
That's why they put so much emphasis on
Right.
it, man. That's why they hype up the pyramids. Look, a lot of that shit was made. Some of it, you know, was designed. It was really astrology. That's why it's stars. That's really what it boils down to. Like the weird niggas today, all these weird niggas are heavy into copper. Now copper serves a purpose for it. These niggas are heavy into copper. Copper is around the neck. Put your bare feet in the sand. That's a big part of Egyptology. Put your bare feet in the dirt, ground yourself. One nigga that used to be with us used to say that shit. And he'll used to put your dome. That's your arm.
Oh yeah, he
Put
did.
your feet in the dirt, face the east, or some dumb shit. He was
He used to be. He was.
a lot of those things was made to hold food storage, man.
Yep.
A lot of that shit was food storage.
Oh, they tell you about the when you look at the Ron Wyatt, he really went over there and broke it down, right? So when you go over there, now this is place where he was showing shit that they don't show you when you go over to Egypt. These places are where you gotta get special clearance to go over there. So it's parts where it's big vats, all right? It's big vats in the ground, all right? And these vats are the way it's designed to flow a certain way to the exchanges. Now there was booths that was set up, so they show you that the booths and everything, all right, in the chamber where the grain was stored, there was a person sitting in front, and people would come exchange their goods, and they would give them grain, and all of this shit was a one system thing, which proves the famine in Egypt, right?
That's how Egypt became an empire.
Right.
And at that point, they had what you call nodes. The pharaoh wasn't the pharaoh over what we know as Egypt yet until that famine happened. And that's how he got so much land.
That's how he
He got power, because they say we got nothing left, you know, but our land, take it. And that's what Joseph did. That's how Pharaoh became his empire.
Yeah.
It wasn't Ramses, man. You gotta remember, things like in Joshua. Hold on, let me type this in. Alright. Jerusalem comes up in Joshua, the 10th chapter, the first verse, right? Now it came to pass, like Isaac, king of Jerusalem, heard of how Joshua has taken A.A. and utterly destroyed as he had done to Jericho, her king, so he done to A.A., her king, and how the inhabitants of Gibeon had made peace with Israel and were among them, right? So they called this land Jerusalem, but it wasn't called Jerusalem yet.
Right.
But because they go looking back in history, they refer to it as what they commonly know it as at that time. But it was referred to as I'm trying to find it because it tells you the name of the land, bro. I just gotta find it. I hate this.
I'm trying not to update my shit, man. My shit's too tweaked. It forced me to update my shit.
I had to look through it. Bear with me, y'all.
Labor of love.
David called him the king of Jerusalem in Joshua 10:23. All right, Joshua 15:7. And the border went up toward the Beer from the valley of A.K.A and south, and so northward looking toward Gilgal. And it is before going up to Adamim, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of Ishmash, and the goings out thereof were Israel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnon unto the south side of the Jebusite. The same is Jerusalem. So it wasn't called Jerusalem yet, but because you looking back, they was like, well, this is what we call it today. So he was the king of Jerusalem, but that's not what it was called. Same thing with Ramses. That wasn't, it was referred to as Ramses afterwards. I would have to look to the research again and give a more accurate account of who that pharaoh was, but it wasn't Ramses. They used that to try to discredit the Bible. Now, understand that sometimes they put a common modern name to it so you can understand what was going on.
That's like even Joshua's name, his name got changed when he went into Egypt. I think they call him Hotep.
Imhotep?
Imhotep, Imhotep.
Yeah,
Right, so
Joseph.
Yep, Joseph.
Yeah.
That's in the mummy too. They're like evil.
Right, so
Call him Joseph.
right, but
It was about Joseph.
they were talking about Joseph. So that's like when you read Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They had Hebrew names, but the king gave them gave them Babylonian names.
Check out it's called it's a good documentary on what I was talking about. It's called Patterns of Evidence. I think it's called Patterns of Evidence of Exodus. And it goes to the history and it goes to the Esau figured this out. But they won't publish it because then they gotta say it was wrong about all of this whole timeline. They don't want to do that.
Right. And then you got Egypt in the scripture that named Egypt, but it wasn't called Egypt. It was
That's a good point.
Matazarium.
That's a great point.
Even when we was in because I was watching another documentary, even in Egypt, because we became a nation when we left Egypt.
Yeah.
Right? So when you go into it, they looking for Yasharallah. They looking for the nation of Yasharallah. But they was like, no, maybe we're not looking for the right name. And then they get to going deep. And we was called sons of God, bro. Woo! He went and found it and went and did the research. And he went towards Goshen where we was at, and he found the relics in the different signs, but in the different items, and they referred to us as the Son of God.
Right, because even Pharaoh knew. Pharaoh's all like, they're going to become more mightier than us.
Right.
You know?
So us being a nation of Yasharallah didn't come till later. All right, when we came out of Egypt, when we became a nation, when the Lord established us. All right? But Esau, they know this, but they throw you off with a misdirection in history. That's why you gotta do your own due diligence and look it up for yourself.
That's why it's called research.
Right.
You can't just take the first source.
Right.
You gotta keep going.
It's already been searched out, and all you're doing is going over.
Right.
You gotta keep going for real. But check out that Patterns of Evidence, Exodus. Bro, Esau went deep into it. But they got the resources, man.
Yeah, I mean,
we got faith. That's all we need. But Esau actually got his proof of these things.
I mean, who do you think is funding the archaeologists? Where's the archaeologists getting the money? When the archaeologists they want to go dig up a site because they feel like there's some evidence over here, they got to get funding for that.
Well, they don't feel like it's evidence. They go to the scriptures and they search out. They go to the points.
Right.
To go to certain lands and areas.
That's like in Israel, in Jerusalem, right? It's places in Jerusalem that the average person can't go. When you go, you can actually research this. They got it quarantined off. They got dig sites in Jerusalem. So
recently they so called on the city of David. They were saying it's like some underground.
It's
like a whole city, and he's like, this might be an altar that one of the kings built, and you see it looks like an altar, stones and everything.
Hey, get the Psalms, not Herb Shelter, Herb Shelter of the truth in Psalms.
Right. So and then they found the tunnel systems too. Which king did the tunnels? Who was that built tunnels? It was one of the kings of Israel. But they found tunnel systems as well, man.
Psalms 85:11.
You know, and which referring to the one of the kings of Israel, he built a lot of. He was big on tunnels.
Let him read this. This is Psalms 85, and I'm gonna start from 10. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and the righteousness shall look down from heaven.
There you go. So you know, scripture's manifold. So what's prophesying is truth is coming out, but the truth shall also come from earth, meaning relics, artifacts, etc. So it was this. It was I wish I knew the bitch name. It was in the early 1900s. They went to excavate the tower of not the tower, baby. The wall of Jericho, where the harlot was at.
All right.
And they found one side of the wall was left up. All right, and that's where the harlot was at. And they found even the fragments of the scarf from the window. But what she did, they suppressed it and hid it, and basically lied about it. Somebody else read and excavated it after this, and that's when all the research and history came out. How it's really the wall, it's the scarf. Look at this, like the southwest wall, the southwest wall is still intact. This is how you know this is real. So it was proof. But when she did it, they hid it. But later on, they did it again. The truth's gonna come out. So now, later on in the 1900s, now it's time for it to come out, and they admitted to it.
Right, it's like in the movies when they find some shit that motherfuckers don't want you to find, and the dude come out of the back and kill your ass to hide it and shit.
What's that nigga name? Richard Pryor. Remember when they found?
Oh yeah.
Like
He said, "Oh, this is us.
This is us.
Oh, the tree of life.
Yeah.
Oh."
And
And they locked his ass in there.
That's Esau though. Real quick, this is 2 Ezra 6:27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. So that's the time we live in, man.
Right.
Well, all of the lies that this devil has covered up is being exposed right now.
That veil is being lifted.
If a brother can get Isaiah 57,
Right.
I'm sorry, what is it? 25 and 7, and then he's that anointed cherub that covers.
I got that.
You got it? Go ahead.
Yeah, 'cause this dude is a perfect coverer.
Yeah.
You know, we'll show you that's what the Lord made him like that. All right, because you got to be wise to be able to hide. Not they didn't just hide the truth from us.
Yeah.
They changed the names of everything.
They changed the truth from their own people.
From their own people, and they call motherfuckers Japanese. All these are English words.
Yep.
That's not, yeah. How you named everybody? Oh, a Japanese person is Japanese.
And check it out. This ain't nothing like it's just centuries ago. No, this shit is still happening.
Yep.
I was just watching the elder brother from New York, and Elder Karab, Captain Karab, we call Captain Karab, he brought out about the bodybuilder Robbie Robinson.
Hello, Israel!
It was a dude, Art Selling, that was his name. Hey, check this out, look. It's a bodybuilder, and he's that anointed cherub that covered. It's a bodybuilder, this nigga right here, right? I'll show the camera in a minute. But they sculptured his body, and look what they did though. This is recent.
Let's put an Edomite face.
And they put an Edomite face right next to his body. Hold on. That's his body.
Pops are always talking about him.
And then look at the face. And then they put East.
They put Edomite face on his
Esau's photo.
With an Edomite head.
He photoshopped ancient photos.
Robbie Robinson.
And this is Robbie Robinson. And this is new.
That shit
Hold on, let me
crazy.
get to the picture, man.
Hey, like
Right, because the internet is smokes, especially now. Like I was telling my son, I said, man, Yasharala, you can't believe everything you see on the internet, because it's all smoke and mirrors.
Yep.
It's all smoke and mirrors, and it's more all right, able to be manipulated now than back then because of the technology. All right,
AI too.
AI now they got AI, this motherfucking super thinking, this fast thinking program they got. And this shit demonic, you know. This shit. I mean, for one, I enjoy AI. To be honest, you know what I mean. But you got to think it's other implications why they would release something like that. All right. For wickedness, it's easier for them to hide shit. It's its own think tank.
Motherfuckers are now saying a video that's true. That's AI.
Right, that's AI. And now you don't know the difference now. But that's why they doing it. So because it's a lot, and like the scripture say, the days come when the Lord will begin to visit the earth which He made. All right, so now they throwing these bullshit ass videos of AI out there. All right. So now what you see, you really is not gonna be distinguished from what's real and what's fake. All right, so you may see a video of a real chariot and motherfucker says AI.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of chariot sightings. And that's going on still. Right. You know? So all this shit is basically to suppress the truth, man. You know? Because even with AI, you gotta ask the question a certain way to get the answer. Alright? They play with the wording, but it's made like that. You gotta really be clear and concise in such a way, alright, to get it to be able to respond the way to give you the answer. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like that movie I, Robot. Answer me in a certain way. You gotta
ask them. It ain't lying, but it's just you ain't asked right. You know.
I got Michael 2. I want to show this example.
I got Michael 2 for you.
Let him hit this example real quick on the screen.
Well, no, here it is right here. This the Robbie Robinson. It is called the Robbie Robinson and the Joe Wilder bust. So they took the image from Jake, but they put an Edomite head on it. And this is recent. So this the devil. They still doing this to this day, man.
Here's Job 9:24.
Yep, that's him having that God complex trying to name everything.
Did you read that Ezekiel 28? I mean,
Hey, this
Like Adam was naming the cattle and everything. That's exactly how Esau is doing. He trying to rename everything, trying to give his names and stuff. He's just trying to act like he's Adam, like everybody.
This is something new we discovered. Nigga, everything here has been here and it already got a name. Adam did that already, nigga. He's thousands of years late. You're late to the party, nigga. You know?
go ahead, Yashar.
This is Ezekiel 28 and 14. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth.
Yeah, so he's been and really the Lord gave him that. You know, he's anointed. The Lord anointed him.
Which means chosen. Yep. And that's that revelation. It said the devil shall be loosed again for a season.
That's it.
To deceive the nations.
That's it.
All right, and we know through Revelation 12 that serpent, that old serpent called the devil, is talking about the Romans or the Edomites, because it plainly tells you it's the Romans in Revelation 12.
Yep.
So who is it when you fast forward to the 20th chapter? It's the same people. Well, how did he get put in prison for 1,000 years? They were chased out the earth until they caught his management. All right, the more niggas took over and became the Byzantine Empire, or the Holy Roman Empire, or the Eastern Roman Empire. You can all three of those are the same thing. All right, and then Jake took over, and then you fast forward to the time of Europe. You had niggas ruling. They was at one point they started to call themselves Moors. All right, you can see I worked with Edomite women serving niggas. All right, and the heat. What was the Edomite chased off to? As Job says, they get that Job, man.
This is Job 9 and 24.
No, not that Job. Get Job 30.
Job 30. That's spirit.
Right, if this place continues, how forbid, which it ain't, Michael Jordan gonna be all
Right.
white as hell with his tongue sticking out and shit. All that ass white, white.
The thing that Esau is great at is destroying, is deceiving, and deception. But that's his superpower. Deception. That's this nigga whole MO.
Go ahead with that, Job.
Book of Job, chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision.
Right,
Whose fathers?
which means more, it's significant. And I mean, we'll leave it at that. Go ahead.
whose fathers I will have disdained to set with the flocks of the dogs of my flocks.
A bunch of freaky dickies, man. You won't even want Esau to babysit, to dog watch. Why? Because they got the peanut butter joke. It's not a joke. It's what they do. They put peanut butter on their toes, on their rod, so the dog can lick it, man. Right? Even the one Edomite bitch, that's what the men do too. When I first heard this back on road trip. It was road trips.
They put their jokes.
And this is what they've been doing. This is what Esau do. They put it in another show where dude was putting peanut butter on his toes, letting the dog lick it. I think it was Office Space.
This video's about
But this is what they do. And don't forget the Edomite bitch was somebody she fuck her dog.
Yeah.
This is what they do, which we knew this already. Every nigga knew this already.
Right. That's why they be in so love with they damn animals like that, because they fucking their animals.
They ain't love, they ass just nasty.
They weird, man. They ass
Go ahead.
dog fucked up, baby fucked up.
Verse 2, yeah, where 2 might be strength
That's why
of
you
their
see
hands.
them, they be fucking alligators, crocodiles, they fuck anything. A whale. Now sheep is lawful to fuck. All right, in America.
That is crazy.
They got pig brothels in Europe. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
That picture of all the little heads all getting chopped down by some sheep.
Go ahead.
They go show you that Esau's the kind of hunter, man. All right? Verse 2, yeah, where 2 might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For war and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former times, desolate and waste.
Got chased out. Yep, so I'm saying thieves. Life.
Who cut up hollows by the bushes and took the roots for their meat.
They was eating them herbs in them caves, man. Plain herbs.
Sustain them for prophecies.
They need them because they filthy. They was the 13th tribe. He goes into how they use their ancestor skulls for cups and bowls. How they like monkeys. They the real monkeys, man. Picking dogs out of each other's hair and ships, eating it.
The Edomite, the so-called the king, his wife, the queen, picking lights out of her goddamn pussy and shit. You know,
It is
and it's
Edomite
recorded.
culture. Yeah.
This is recorded though. This is the history of Esau, man.
Verse 5, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks.
There you go. That's what they call Caucasians.
So easy a caveman can do.
Yeah, they the real Neanderthals. Hey, that nigga, what's that Syrian's name? I hate that nigga, man. No, I like that nigga. Degrassi. He just came out about the whole Neanderthal thing. How they was talking about it was this and that. Ancestors there in the 90s.
To find out.
Then in the 90s, it turns out it really was Esau. They don't talk about it no more.
Right.
And then they kind of glorified the Neanderthal after they figured it out.
They really stopped talking about it.
You know?
They showed you
I mean, when you look, and once was a point in time, you look up Caucasian, it said Caucasian, because I used to bring this out a lot, it said cave dweller from the Caucasus Mountains, the region of the Caucasus Mountains. Now you look it up now, it don't say it plain and simple. That's because we was bringing that shit out so much. Right, you revised, right.
all the books.
The new speech.
New editions.
You know what I'm saying? But, and now, you know, I use DuckDuckGo a lot, you know, because DuckDuckGo is like it pull up a lot of shit that Google won't pull up. Yeah, DuckDuckGo. So if you want to find this some information, you got to use the DuckDuckGo to you know, look up certain shit. Cause Esau, what we've been going into this dude a liar. He hiding shit. That's like even the Zondervan's Bible dictionary. They changed the whole ham thing. You have to have an old Zondervan's.
You gotta have a book.
You gotta have a book, right? Because you can't Google it and do it like that no more, right? You gotta put the answer in such a way, all right, to get the one that we've been bringing out, you know, from a decade ago, from longer than that. You
Even
know what I mean?
it's the book called Classical Biblical Baby Names. Classical Biblical Baby Names, and when you go into the name Esau, it tells you that Esau is the progenitor of the Romans in that book. You know, it's an old book. I don't know how much it is now, but even when you
type it in now, you can't find that particular section of the name Esau anymore.
And
They're
that's
saying
like-
that it's the progenitor of the fucking Romans.
What's that other book? Who is Esau Edom? Who is Esau? What's that book that's like 5,000?
Yeah. Who is Esau Edom? Something like that. Yeah.
Right. Who is Esau Edom? At one point, this book was, you know, got done at a couple dollars, $20-something. Now this book, it's thousands of dollars.
$5,000.
Five grand, $3,000.
The book is.
You get it? Oh, it went down.
Bobby shot
Did you,
Can you go back to
Well, I guess the book went down in price.
Now somebody selling for 800.
Hey, but you know what?
There's
I was
also
up there talking about like, hey man, you know if you look at it, if you go into back into maybe the 80s, they made a movie called Quest for Fire. Yeah, and I mean it had one heck of a depiction of what they were, man. If you look at that movie,
I was gonna say in the new Planet of the Apes movie that came out, you see them coming to the water, the river to drink. They had, of course, they had to have one Jake there. There's one ashy ass black dude. Esau had to throw him in there. But they were all Edomites, looking like cavemen, grunting and shit. And then the apes came and started putting their ass into captivity.
you see the old movie called The Bisexual Man about Esau being a caveman. They thought his caveman that was frozen all those years. Yeah.
But in Planet
Now that's scripture at?
Right here, Ezekiel 28:14. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth.
Right.
And I have set thee so, thou wast upon the upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of the fire.
Yeah, so they took the nationality of the Israelites. Those are the stones. They're up in the Holy Land. You know. So but the whole point is the Lord gave them that off of the prophecy. Esau, Jacob gave Esau that blessing that he was gonna have the dew of the earth, and he was
Fatness
gonna
of heaven,
have fatness of heaven. So he has control of all of this, so he
Who's
can
heaven?
cover it up. Facts. You know. But now we're at the point where
Isaiah 25.
Isaiah 25, the Bible was shot, 2 Thessalonians, where it says, he who let him will let until he took it out of the place. And that's where we at now. Say it again.
Hit Isaiah first, then hit the second Thessalonians, start the top.
Book of Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the rest of the covering cast over all people.
Over all people. So even the heathens changed their name. Iranians changed their name to Persia.
That's recent.
And he shall get a spread over all nations.
Alright, so the truth is coming out, man. And these heathens are starting to see the devil. See them, man.
They already left their customs. You go to China, ain't no building. In certain parts of Japan, they still build like, you know, but really in Korea, they still build how they used to build. But a lot of these nations took on the customs of Esau Edom.
Well, they
They
all
got
definitely
conquered.
took on democracy
Right.
in one form. Alright, they all definitely got in bed with
Oh
the
yeah.
US dollar. Alright, they all got in bed with a debt-based system.
Yep. They still following the same, you know, the same blueprint. You
Well,
know.
they run by the IMF, brother.
Right.
They can't change. They on a
Right.
debt-based dollar. It's the blueprint.
Right.
They got deceived to. They followed the gold standard, then they let them take the gold standard and say, let's trust the dollar. Yeah. They was forced to because of the oil deal. You know, that's why it became called the petrodollar. You know, but go ahead.
This 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1.
Yeah, petroleum. So,
Now we beseech you.
your Vaseline you use, man, go get you some shea butter, brothers. Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as that day of Yahweh Shai Mashiach is at hand.
So he said, look, even if I send you a letter person, don't think the end is come unless this happens. Go ahead.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not coming, except that come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
So first we have to lose our heritage. Jeremiah 17:4 is great falling away. And also, the wicked man had to be revealed. He had to be exposed as the wicked. going.
Who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God,
He has a God complex.
or that is
He wanna-
worship.
He want to rename the animals.
Yep.
All right, he is God. He want to name the people. He done change the classifications of man.
Yep.
He done changed the classification of natural biology. Sex is a social construct. No, nigga, you was born a male, born a woman.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So that he as God sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is
So
God.
he put his images up as the Messiah. Angels are little white babies with naked babies. All right, Adam is a so-called red man. Everybody's just a red man. All right, all the holy things got leprosy apparently.
Right.
Because that lechamela is the curse of leprosy. That's the mark that was put on Cain. All right, when you look up the word in Leviticus, when it talks about leprosy, the word from, I believe it says the curse of leprosy or the mark of leprosy. When you look up that word, it says mark. It says curse, it says mark.
Right.
All right.
They're the only people on the planet that look like that. Why
They got the old leprosy.
Right. Why don't
A leprous, say you, an African, you have a leprous baby, that baby looks pale. All right? Just white pale. They got old leprosy. You read through the law and talk about the old leprosy. This shit is in their genes. It's been like that.
blonde hair?
It ain't just blonde hair because they got other color hair, man. All right? But that it is one of them. All right? That is one of them. But niggas get that too. They get that blonde strip. They have a one patch.
I know a bitch, he has red. One patch.
Go ahead.
It says, remember ye not that
There's
when
no
I...
bitch in blue eyes. Nowhere in there. That's not a curse of leprosy. So Jake, stop saying blue eyes, blonde hair. No, blonde hair is real. The blonde thin strand like they got but blue eyes is not. There's niggas with blue eyes. Fully melanated. Uncursed. Go ahead, scripture.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now you know that withhold it that he might be revealed in this time.
This moment right now by the way of the prophets. This is the indication that that Esau Edom is the so-called white man. This is that time. Go ahead.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way.
Yeah, so the devil of the earth was already revealed back in the Greek Empire. Remember in the first chapter of Maccabees, it said evils multiplied after Alexander the Greek. All right. So that iniquity was already on earth. The man of sin was on earth already.
He was already working.
It was already working.
He wasn't revealed, but he was working.
Yep. This is the time that he's being revealed.
And
See?
then,
Go ahead.
And then shall the wicked...
I'm sorry.
Count one on that.
Yep. And it said he who was let now let until he be taken out of the way. The Lord put him in position to rule for a certain period of time.
That's right.
This is the end of Esau's world now.
Did we ever read Job 9:24? Read it. Hope somebody still got it.
This is Job.
Thank you.
This is...
Nope, they haven't.
He's being close.
Job chapter 9 and verse 24.
Hey.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof.
Yeah, so the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. It's just like what Isaac gave him that sword that he's going to take over the world. All right? That all goes hand in hand. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Go ahead.
If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who is he? Well, put that cracker up. Put the image of Cesare Borgia as the Messiah.
If the so-called white man ain't the devil, who the fuck is?
That's really.
That's the question.
That's really.
Them cheeks ain't taking over shit, man.
Right.
Ham ain't doing shit either.
Even after he was had power, they even let us go back to our own land and gave us goals and stuff so we can rebuild.
Esau don't give you shit. He just robbed you and stripped you like he sees
Nigga, he's taking away more. The price of rent is going up crazy. The price of everything.
They banned up all the houses.
And then they forcing you to pay your damn.
Excuse me. They call it inflation. They call it
Inflation. But the
They
price
call
of
it
grass.
a chemical. answer. So everything has to go. Everything don't stay the same. They call like right now. They come down. Every one of them ones. Yeah. Only one. Just only one. One? Just one. Sure, bro? Yeah, just only one. I love you.
Show you my love.
Just only one. This enough. This enough now. I'm carrying no load. I'm carrying no load. God, I'm working. I'm carrying no load.
And this 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
And that's the first step. The first step of the devil being revealed is by the way of the prophets. Right. Okay? Because remember, I believe, I can't know exactly where it said, but Ezekiel says, prophesy against Mount Seir.
That's
You ain't got to get
Ezekiel
it.
35.
But prophesying against Mount Seir. So that's how he's getting revealed by the spirit of the Lord's mouth. We are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
And shall be destroyed with the brightness of his coming.
So there's two steps to it. He got to get revealed, and then Yahushua has to get those complaints. See, the revealing is us complaining of the wickedness that he's done. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua hear those complaints, and now the son is on his way back. Because we got to cry out loud first. What it say in Ezekiel 9:4? Those that sigh and that cry. So we got to sigh and cry for the Lord to hear us. What is that? Psalms, the 8th chapter. I'm sorry, Revelation, the 8th chapter, 3rd verse. Where the prayers of the saints goes up to the heavens and the Lord receives it. You know, that's why we got to go out on the highways and byways. So the Lord can hear us sigh and cry. Now, the second step is the Lord's return. Right.
The Lord referred to us as his woman. Right? If you're not crying out, that means you want it.
It's a rape law.
It's a rape law, right?
You married, you got to cry out. That man, if not you want it, that mean the man want to vote you in the house.
Right. So the Lord. So if you're being raped, you're gonna cry out.
Right.
You
Cry out.
And that goes into the law. So the Lord's winning, or the Lord's servant is gonna cry out because why?
Trying to rape us.
We trying to get they trying to rape us, right? They took everything from us. They trying to
They not trying,
they
brother.
want
They already
right.
deceived.
They didn't
Rape
take right.
means
It's over.
deceived.
Yeah.
They didn't snatched us up in every way. Took our nationality from us. You know?
Finish that Thessalonians out.
This is 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Even him whose coming is after the work of Satan, with all powers and signs and lying wonders.
Yep, and that's going to be those signs and lying wonders. It's technology. The fourth industrial complex, the fourth industrial revolution, you know, those are those lying and sign wonders, man.
What verse you just read?
I read 8 earlier, which we was going into the brightness of his coming, and this is 9. Start back over at 9, or go to the next one.
Go to 9.
This is 2 Thessalonians 2:9. Even him whose coming is after the work of Satan, with all powers and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness, unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
And that goes right into Satan being released to deceive the nation. They come with all deceivableness. Read verse 7 over.
Come.
So we understand he come with the power of Satan. He is Satan physically on earth. All right, with all the powers, lying wonders, deceiving. Go ahead.
This is 2 Thessalonians 2:7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who will now let it will let until he be taken out of the way.
Read one more.
And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Micah 1:4.
It's the book of
Malachi.
It's the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus
They
saith,
will return in builds. That's the Beast Who Deadly War was healed. Rome fell. And then during the Renaissance, which means rebirth, that's when it came back. And now look over here, Rome 2.0. Now before America, what did the next path? It went back to like old times. They had a monarch, a king, a ruler. And when America got back in power, they set up what? Rome again. A senate house, a president. That That's what made Rome that. That's what made that fourth beast that first. And then they have a king. That's in the book of Maccabees, the 8th chapter.
Yep. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them before the wicked, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh had indignation forever.
So that is the board of wickedness. That's the wicked being revealed. All right. So we understand. Not only is it Rome, it's the Edomites, the so-called white man. That's the wicked. Look who images I put up and taking down the image of the Israelites. That's the wicked. All right. So you can salute us out.
Hey, well, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'd like to give all glory and honor praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kaparach.
that one is our Apostle Great Millstone, citation, accurate, poetry, sincere, love, diligence, respect, and trust. Shalom.
Shalom.
Above.
Above.